Welcome to Learn New Technology. In this tutorial, we are going to see how we can create a framework. Before that, what is framework? Framework is read the input from outside of the script and perform the operation by our script and generate the report. Now we are going to create a framework from the scratch with Java with Selenium. For test data, we will keep it Excel sheet and read it for the test script input. Finally, we will generate the report using Allure. Screenshot also available in the report. For framework designing, we are using with the page factory class and init element method. So why we are using page factory class is to design a framework is we can overcome stale element reference exception. What is stale element reference error? It's a WebDriver error that occurs because referenced web element is no longer attached to the DOM. So we will use @find by annotation for each page class, where we will keep corresponding page class locators only using page factory class with init element method. So in this picture you can see, so this is a test.xml file. So in this file we will give the test script name. So we will run this test script so that the report will be generated. So this is the main test class. So from this class only the control will be read the test data from Excel sheet and process after that. So in this base page class we will keep all the reusable methods. Finally the report will be generated. So let's get into the coding part now. So we have launched the Eclipse now. So we are going to create the new project, Maven project. For that we need to select the Maven. So we have selected. So we need to check on create a simple project. Then need to click on next. So here we can give the group ID. So the group ID what we have given is same. We can give it for artifact ID also. So let's give and click on finish. So our project is created now. The project name is demo for Pom. There is page object model Pom refers. So now we are going to create a new class. So the package that we have created just now. So now we are going to create the class, Java class. So let's name it as util. Let's click on finish. So these are the required dependencies. Selenium Java, then testng, org Selenium HQ, then Selenium remote driver, org Apache. So these are the required dependencies. So now we are going to add these dependencies in the pom.xml file. So that required dependencies will be automatically downloaded for the Maven project. So generally Maven so why we are using Maven is it's we can make it easy for configuration management. So the util class is created now. So let's start the coding part now. Public WebDriver. So we are declaring the WebDriver as public so that we can access from any part of the class. So now we are introducing the annotation @before test. So it refers beginning of the each test. So it shows let's correct it. So required dependencies we can import. So we need to select import WebDriver. So before test also we need to import some package with the testng. So let's proceed now. So now we are going to create one method for the open the browser, that is public void open browser. So we have imported that package. So the package is added at the line number 4. So here inside the method, so we need to set the property for the browser. So we need to include key with value. So WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver. Then value field, we need to give the path of the driver. So this is driver where I kept my driver. So this is the driver location. So it will refer the driver from there. So the driver which we have created the object for the web driver. So equal to new Chrome driver class. Chrome driver is one of the class. So we can import it. So now we are going to test the test in Chrome browser. That is why we have imported new Chrome driver. So now we are going to maximize the browser once the browser is launched. That is why we have added driver.manage.window.maximize. So driver, it's object which we have created for the web driver. Then manage is a method, window is method, maximize is method. Then we need to wait for a few seconds. That is why we have added line number 14th. Driver.manage.timeout.implicitly wait. So 10 seconds. So implicitly wait. Wow. So what we have given the time seconds, it will wait until now only. So here we need to select time unit dot seconds. So one more wait also we have it. It's explicitly wait. So until the element is appearing, it will wait. That is. So next we have added after suit annotation, and one more method we are going to use, that is public void tear down. So this is for the close the browser after we complete our test. So it's corrected now. So this is a method. So inside we can write the script for close the browser. So let's write it as a driver quit. So this is one of the method. So we did not close it. I think that's the reason it shows some error. Let's correct it. So let's remove it. Then we can import it. So now we have corrected everything. Next we need to create one more class. Let's select a class. So here we can create give the name as login page. So login page, for login page we are going to create one class where we will keep all the locators from the login page. So we are extending the util class because we kept our driver class from there. So whenever we require, we can call the browsers drivers from there. So let's add one more annotation at the rate find by. So this is for locators, private web element. So this line is particularly for add the locators. So what are the locators we are getting from the login page? We will keep those locators in this class, so that whenever we required to access the login page, we will get the locators from this class. So why we are giving the username as the line number 5, annotation find by name equal to, so name equal to, then we will give the locator name. So what we're going to find from the website. Then private web element username we have declared. So username field only we are going to take the locators from the website. So the line number 6, it's one of the method. It will whenever we call this method, it will return the locator. So it will return the locators from the line number 5. So what are the locators we placed in line number 5? It will return whenever we call the method username. So let's import it. So now it's corrected. So we will include the locators. So we need to get it from the website. So before that, let's include these packages. Then this is a portal that we are going to automate for our demo purpose. So the locator is name. We are going to pick it up. That is username. So let's include it here. So whenever we call this username method, line number 9, it will return the value which we have included at the line number 8. So we have added one locators from the home page, that is login page. Okay, then we need to add locators for the password field. So let's copy and paste it. Then we can modify it as per our requirement, that is password. Then password. Then we need to get the locator for the password. This is for the name, locator. So we will include the name as password. So we are referring the locator as name. So the ID also we can take it from there. Class name, link text, partial link text, XPath. So for each element carries multiple locators. So here we are referring only name. So here for submit button we are taking ID. So we need to make it as ID. So currently for demo purpose, I'm using only the login page only. So I have created separate class. Then if you are going to make the automation with Java with Selenium, then you need to create how many pages you are having. So you need to create the class for all the classes, all the pages, corresponding pages. So then you need to get the locators and put it all the classes. Then whenever you require to make the operation on the particular class, you need to get the locators from this class. So this is a class just now we have created base page. So here we will put all the reusable methods. So methods also we can keep all these methods here. So to avoid duplicate methods, so whenever we require the send keys, we can call this method only. So we will write only one method for send keys. Whenever in our script we require to use send keys method, so we will call this method only. So it will return the value. So what are for the send keys value, we will pass two arguments. One is web element, another one is value. So this method will perform the operation for the send keys method. So here we have received a web element as a parameter, string as a parameter. So we will make the operation on web element dot send keys of t. So it will pass the value to the username field. So when we call this method for the username field, likewise we need to create the reusable method for click. So we will receive the web element as a parameter in this method. So we will click on that one. so that we can avoid duplicate methods, so that code also looks very good. So for the demo purpose, I have created only one package with multiple classes. So in your automation script, when you write, so you need to create as per your requirement. In src main java, you can create one package, you can keep some classes, then you can browser drivers and all you can keep in src main resource folder. Then src test resource folder, you can keep the xml files. Like this, as per your requirement, you can customize it. So this is a logic, page object model logic that I have explained. I am going to perform the operation now. So you can implement as per your requirement in your script. So this is the logic. What I'm going to explain, you can follow and you can implement it. So this is a method for URL. So this method you are using for read the input from the Excel sheet. So whenever we require these are URL field value, so we'll call this method only. It will automatically get the value from the Excel sheet and it will return to our test script. Then we will pass it to our operation. So file is a class. We have created the object src. Then use operator. New file is a class. Just open close parenthesis. Then inside we are giving the path of the Excel sheet. The next file input stream class. For this class, we will create an object. There is FIS equal to new file input stream. Then we will give the parameter as src. We will pass it. So let's import the package for the input stream class. So let's add the try catch at the final stage. Next, we are going to create the class for sheet, XSF workbook. So let's create the workbook, then we will create the sheet. So now we have created the class. Now we are going to create the object for the workbook. So the workbook is XSF workbook. And so next XSF sheet. For this class, we are going to create the object as sheet. Then we will pass the workbook as a parameter. Then workbook dot get sheet at, here we will give the sheet number. So we are referring the subsheet, second subsheet. That's why we have given as 1. So let's create the variable, string variable. So string. So we need to save the value which we have read from the Excel sheet in the string variable. That is why we have declared the variable as string. Sheet dot get row. So we have given the number 1. So it will refer the second row. It will start from 0. Then cell value we have given as 0. So it will refer the first cell value. Second row, first cell value. Then dot get string cell value is one of the method. So this is a URL value which we are going to read. So whenever we call this method, line number 26, it will return the URL value for our test script. So from the main script, we will call this method. It will return the URL value. Then we need to create the method for username and password. So that let's include the surround with the try catch. So our code is added with try catch so that whenever the exception occurs, it will take care of it. Let's select as null. Let's initialize the variable. Then do we have any other issue or error? No. Let's copy and paste, the for the username field. No need to type again. So let's make few alter as username. So here also we need to make it as username, then return username. Here we need to change get cell of 1, the next cell value. That is why we have changed it as 1. So this method will read the username field value from the Excel sheet. That's a password. Let's change it as password. So let's give the value as 2. So this method will return the password from the Excel sheet to our script whenever we require. Next, dashboard URL. So we need to validate once we log into the portal whether we are logged into the dashboard or not. That is why we are creating this method. So it will return the dashboard URL from the Excel sheet. So let's change the cell value also. So it refers fourth cell value. Fourth cell value. So okay, let's start it now. So we have created 4 methods. So initially we created only one method, then we copy paste, then made changes. Let's create test.ng class now. So test.ng class, we can give the class name. Then here we need to give the XML file name. So we will run the XML file only. So here this is a method which is available in the test.ng class. So here we will include the method. So here let's make it as a verify login page. So this is a test class, our test class. From this class only we are going to call all the page classes, reusable method classes, and perform the operation. So let's say extend the util class so that the driver can be accessed from the util class. So the driver also we placed in one place. Whenever we require, we will use this using the extend keyword. You can get the properties from there. So let's create the object for the base page where we kept all the reusable methods. So base page object, then page factor class, then unit elements is a method. So here we need to give the class name only, base page dot class. So in line number 10 we are creating the object for the base page. So because we need to access the reusable methods, so where we kept send keys, click method, then Excel reading methods. So we require to create the object, then we will call the method with the object dot method name. It will automatically return the value from there. So let's copy and paste the same lines. Let's make it as login page. So login page also we need to create the object for the class so that we can access the locators from there. Login. So login page. So we kept all the locators which we collected from the login page. So in your script you are having multiple pages. So that you need to create multiple page classes. Then you need to put all the locators from there. So whenever you require the locators from there, you need to create the object for the class. Then you need to access it. Let's see now. So now we are going to launch the browser driver.get then base.url. Base is the object for the base page class. Dot URL is a method which is available in the reusable method. Then next, send keys method. So base is the base page class object. Dot send keys is the method which we kept in base page class. So here we are going to send two parameters, two arguments. One is login dot username and string value, which we get the value from the Excel sheet. So login dot username. Login is the object for the login page. Then dot username is a method which is available in the login page. So in the login page, earlier I said, I guess, that is, the whenever we call the line number 9, it will return the username from line number 8. This is happening. It's very simple only. No need to worry about it. So base dot username. So we will get the value from the Excel sheet. So line number. That's so whenever we call this username field, it will return the username. Whenever we call this password field, it will return the password value. So username value we will get from here. Then we need to write the coding for password field. Let's base dot send keys. So here, password locator we require plus password field value required. So login dot password will get the login page locator, password field locator. Then base dot password will get the password value from the Excel sheet. So we are going to send the parameter the locator to reusable method. It will automatically click the button. So login dot submit. So login page submit button locator. We are sending the parameter to sending the argument to reusable method page, that is base class. Finally, we are verifying whether it's whether we successfully logged into the dashboard or not. Asset equal, then driver dot get current URL. So it will dynamically it will get the current URL from the dashboard. Then so here we have kept the dashboard URL in the Excel sheet. It will compare. If the condition is met, it will consider as pass, else it will consider as fail. Then string dashboard URL, we will get it using this method. So util class, then next SRC test demo XML. This is XML file we will run as test and suit. So demo XML, the demo test, which is the test ng class, it's added. Let's check it out. Driver dot get base URL, then util class, everything is there. Let's check it. The driver and Chrome driver also available in the D driver. So we need to give the name Chrome driver or DXC. That is why I think the driver did not launch. Let's save it and run XML this file. Since the browser is started, it started performing the operation. Then one test run, 0 failure, 0 skips. So the script is run successfully. So this is called a page object model. Now we are going to work on report part, that is allure report. So our focus is to generate the report with the allure and with the screenshot. That is the important thing. So let's create the method. So now we are going to create the method as well as the configuration part that we are going to do to the coming minutes. So this is public static thread local WebDriver. So we have created the object for the WebDriver manager class. Thread local. So this is a configuration. So you can get the, the complete code from the GitHub repository. It's a public repository. So I'll show you. Then next the method, which is line number 16, it will automatically the browser related stuffs. Then we need to create the object dot then set driver, then driver need to select. After that return get driver colon. So here next we need to write one simple method. So whenever we call this method, so this particular method will return the driver for our operation. This is particularly for the report generation part. So here public synchronized WebDriver. The method name is getDriver. Open close parenthesis, then open brace, close brace. So the inside. So whenever we call this method, it has to return the driver. Driver dot. This pop-up unnecessarily coming up. Let's. Then the second one, get driver return driver get. Here this is okay. It will return the value whenever we call this method. This is the portal where we can get the configuration queries, everything we can get it. So here they have given how to install scoop command. The first you need to run this command in PowerScript, Windows PowerShell. So here you need to enter. So here you need to select E. Then second one you need to install this one. Let's install it now. So this is the one already I have installed. Then you need to install scoop install allure. So to install allure, download install scoop and then execute it. So here you need to enter it as it's given. So already I have installed. So when I enter allure space hyphen version, it will give the version. Like that, you also need to configure it. So this is a Maven dependencies. So yeah, all the dependencies that I have added in the GitHub repository, you can get it from there. So below the dependencies, so here you can download it. So this is my public repository, you can get it from there. Then next so this dependencies for allure, log4j, then Apache Maven plugins. So everything I have given in the repository, so you can get it from there. So finally it will be closed with the project tag. Then next so you can download it from and then zip. So this is a portal that they have given. If you want, so you can first you need to download the allure from this site. Then you need to download it and unzip it. Then you need to keep it in your C drive. Then second, this is also this is also link for Maven. So you need to download the Maven. So this is the last one you need to download, then you need to unzip it, then you need to place it in your C drive, then you need to set the path. So go to system variable and select path and add the below paths. So the paths also should be matched. So because of you kept the unzipped folder in the C drive. So this is my configuration. This is what you need to configure it. Then these are all the things you need to install. As I said earlier, Power Windows PowerShell. So we need to ensure the Maven is correctly configured or not. So you need to check it in command prompt MEN space hyphen version. So it will give you the details. So if it is reflected like that, then it's successfully installed. Then, so these are the dependencies that we require for allure report with the screenshot capture. So create a new class. Let's create a new class now. Class. Let's name it as listener. Let's create the listener class. So we have created the listener class now. Let's implement listener class. There is I test listener. So that we'll get methods on start, on test success, on test failure, what we need to do. So it will automatically give you the methods. So it has given all the methods. So on test success, we need to get the screenshot. That will be our focus now. So if you want to take the screenshot on failure, you need to include the method in on failure method. So whenever we call this method, it will return the driver. So let's get the driver from here. Next. So finally the driver will be quit after the perform the operation. So listener. So this is on test success. We are going to take the screenshot. That is why I have added here line number 41. So if you want to take the screenshot when the test starts, you need to include previous method. Line number 34. So 35 you need to include these codes if you want to take the screenshot at the starting of the test start. So we are creating the object for the util page. So page class, then util dot class, so that we can get the things which is available in the util page. So let's save file screenshot. It's one of the method we will write later. So for this method, we are going to send the driver from util page. So util page we kept our driver. So this is the code that we need to add below the method. Attachment, let's include import attachment. Let's include the screenshot. Then let's import the WebDriver interface. So we need to create the method, the line number 47 what we have given. Same method should be in line number 54. So let's copy. So all the codes are available in my public repository. You can get it. So no need to worry about it. So the parameter I test result. Okay. Then So this is what we require. So we need to extend that is the util class, so that everything will be available in the current class. So now the error is gone. So I think most of things we did. Let's check it out whether we missed anything. Let's run the report now. So you need to go to pom.xml file. You need to select Maven test. So let's wait for the result. So the site is launched. So you need to give the allure results folder. So in command prompt type allure serve. Then you need to get the, let's refresh the project. So you get the allure results folder. Then get the path from here. So allure results folder. Let's hit enter key. Starting web server. So for me, in the Edge browser is not opening, so I copied that same URL and pasted it in Chrome browser. Now it's successfully completed the test. So here we can the screenshot also it's available. On test success, we got the screenshot. This is what we can do that. So reports also looks nice. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel so that you'll get the update. Thank you for watching. So please make sure these checkboxes are checked. These are mandatory things. Thank you for watching.